We're here because we're celebrating and launching the Principles of Community event, and our reaffirmation ceremony is also entitled Living the Principles of Community.
Let me start off with a quote from our principles that is one of my favorite quotes. We recognize that each of us has an obligation to the community of which we have been chosen to be a part. We will strive to build a true community of spirit and purpose based on mutual respect and caring. We talk about one UC Davis, one world. We talk about one community, one UC Davis. We are a part of one community, and we are a part of a community that strives for excellence. UC Davis is a diverse community, as I said, comprised of individuals having many perspectives, abilities, many faiths, cultures, ethnicities, races, orientations.
And as I read them and thought about how it's affected my personal life, I thought I'd just tell you a story. As most academic physicians, you tend to travel a bit. And I have an 18-year-old son, and he actually thought this was sort of normal, that one would move towns every few years, change schools multiple times. But he came home one day, and if you listen, it's just amazing what you can hear. And he goes, "Mom," he goes, "at the previous school, it was all about when and who and what." He goes, "at this new school, it's why." And he goes, "I hate why. I hate why. It's tough. It makes you write 5 pages. They always are asking why. I just can't stand it." And so as all good parents, we just nod and let him go on his way. And about a month later, he comes back and he goes, "Mom, why is everything, isn't it? Why is everything we are who we are?" So when you read these principles, it reminds me of my son's why. Why do you come to work every day? Why do we care about UC Davis? Why do we care about our patients, our students, our faculty, where you land and what you do? So why is what it's all about. And this community statement, I think, is all about why. And so as we redo it, we're going to really challenge everyone to think about why. You know, why are we here? What has changed? Who are we? Really, the why is what we're going to spend a lot of energy figuring out. So I'm looking forward to doing the why as we go forward. And it is the most important and also differentiates us from everyone else.
I see the Principles of Community as one guidepost that will help us become a culturally competent organizational community. An organizational community that has a collective cultural intelligence, the cultural flexibility, cultural humility, and inclusion that will help us better serve the communities that we serve. This day is historic. The hope is, once this is signed, our hope is to make it very visible. It is symbolic and should be a reminder to us, no matter where we are, as we walk into either the educational building or even the hospital, kind of that gentle reminder that this is a living document, and what I do every day with who I encounter and who I work with and who I approach, whether it's our patients, whether it's a staff member, our students, our residents, our faculty, you know, the reality, this is just a kind reminder of who we are and why we're here and what we'd like to do with that. We will now hear from our each executive leadership team, and we'll begin our ceremony itself. Each will be invited to come up and share maybe a phrase or a sentence that speaks out to them, and possibly even a cultural narrative of what brings that true for them as well. And then each of us will go ahead and sign the document.
We recognize and cherish the richness contributed to our lives by diversity, and diversity has only always enhanced my life.
Out of the document, talk about the phrase about respect and humility. That's really woven through the entire document. I wanted to point out what all of you already know, and that is that's very difficult in our organization because we live in a meritocracy, and that kind of by itself implies non-equity. It's very dichotomous to embrace respect and humility. Respect, humility, and inclusivity is so important for us on a day-to-day basis. And that's what the document says to me.
By signing these principles, I wanted to share with you that I am affirming my belief in the importance of a just culture and why it's important for patient safety and quality, and also my commitment to helping individuals develop their personal resiliency to succeed in a changing landscape.
We're immediately reminded to be open to all views. If this hearing of all views is to be productive, then we must offer, and we rightly expect, civility, and decency towards all. We are indeed a learning community, and we are pledging something different, to be bound by courtesy, sensitivity, and respect. All of this is worth reaffirming.
The principle that really spoke to me is a statement that we affirm the dignity inherent in all of us, and we strive to maintain a climate of justice marked by respect for each other. I think that really says it all. And as I've come here to UC Davis, I've seen the richness even more so, and that climate of justice and respect really permeates our organization, and it speaks to me very closely. Thank you.
By signing this document, I promise to uphold the principles of community by dedicating myself to this important work. We affirm the dignity inherent in all of us, and we strive to maintain a climate of justice marked by respect for each other.
I think of the comment about endeavoring to foster mutual understanding. And on behalf of the School of Nursing, our students, and our faculty, we commit ourselves to the courageous humility that is required in order to foster such mutual understanding.
By engaging the entire community, we have all exceeded our goal of raising $1 billion from 100,000 donors at the UC Davis campus. This would have not been possible without engaging the entire health system community. It demonstrates the commitment of our collective community and the care that they have regarding the future of the health system.
So as everything that we do, we would like it not just to be a document that's signed, that looks wonderful, that is posted somewhere. We want it actually to have life. We're really going to ask every department, every area, every group to go back to your area and actually maybe have one of these ceremonies in your department at a meeting. Have people look at the principles of community, have them sign off. And I'll be asking all the department chairs if they have done this. We'll be discussing it as the year goes on. What have you done to make sure your group has signed off or affirmed these principles? What is your group doing to say why? Why are we doing these things? Are these the things we're to reflect? And what should this look like when we celebrate in 2015? So thanks to Raheem, thanks for David putting this all together, and all of you. And then we'll charge on to make this a living, breathing document in the next year.